Well, Cyclone Vardah made landfall in the afternoon in Tamil Nadu and whipped up winds which were fairly strong. Munmun, my colleague, has been tracking all the developments related to Vardah. Just find out what kind of progress did it make through the day, Munmun.
Right, Gautam, to begin with how it all started, it started at 2:10 p.m. this afternoon when Cyclone Vardah made landfall, and that was 20 kilometers from Chennai in north coastal Tamil Nadu. That's where it made landfall. And since then, we have seen that 4 districts, including Chennai, are the worst affected. What you're seeing on your screen is the time of the landfall. And now you'll see the 4 worst affected districts by Cyclone Vardah: Kanchipuram, Chennai, Tiluvallur and Villupuram. In fact, the impact has been so much because of this cyclone that 4 people have lost their lives, 2 of them in Chennai, 1 in Kanchipuram and 1 in Nagapattinam. However, like you said earlier, the impact of the cyclone is now weakening, and the squally winds are now also losing momentum, and the Cyclone Vardah lashed Tamil Nadu, and this is the kind of the satellite picture that was there when the landfall happened at around 2:10 this afternoon. And since then we've seen a weakening setting in, but when it happened there was a lot of damage that was caused. Homes were flattened, then there was air traffic, road traffic, rail traffic. All of that was totally in disarray. It was thrown out of gear. You can see visuals of how trees were uprooted. Such was the impact of the squally winds that they were actually to the extent of 120 kilometers per hour. And this in fact is the most severe cyclonic storm that Chennai, the capital of Tamil Nadu, has seen in the last 20 years. So people, of course, were not psychologically prepared the way one would have expected. But yes, a lot of efforts were put in and a lot of preparations were put into in order to ensure that the impact of this cyclone is minimized, which is why we had evacuation done well in advance of thousands of people. Then relief shelters were also put in place. So the good news is that post midnight the impact of the cyclone is expected to reduce, and it should be business as usual more or less tomorrow. And also you have the DG of IMD, Mr. Ramesh, with you. He'll be telling you more on how the cyclone has completely crossed the coast of Chennai, so people in Chennai can heave a sigh of relief.
Yes, certainly, Munmun. In fact,